guys, this is Patrick here. I'm the tech leader guy for Soldiers That Borders Airsoft. We're going to start doing some vids of some of the gear you've probably seen used in the videos we've been posting and some of the games over like Ukiah Field, Game Pod, stuff like that. We decided to maybe do a video of the guns and some of the equipment we're going to be doing. Today we're going to be going over the gun you've been probably seeing a lot in most of the vids is my M4 that I run and my sidearm, my 1911. After this we'll probably do vids of our chest rigs and all that cool stuff, so you can see. With this we'll probably just start with the back. This was a G&G Top Tech CQB-R that I bought from AEX in Sacramento. The guys over there are really cool. I got that as the base gun and then just went from there. I swapped out the crane stock that was on it. I replaced with a LR300 folding stock. Right now it's still wired to the rear, but I have a buddy of mine, Jeff Amador at Blackops Airsoft, is going to help me do the front wiring for it. So right now it's just got a little battery pouch for it right now. From there I have this Magpul ASAP ring that I use. This is actually the one that I used while I was in Afghanistan, which is kind of cool. I get to use that on my airsoft guns now. Those work really well. Issues with that, I had to cut down the buffer tube right here so it would fit the folding stock, but I did it with like a Dremel. It was kind of too easy. From there I got the oversized charging handle latch. I think these look really rad, and if you got gloves or something like that and you're into doing the milsim kind of stuff to it, I like having that. Replace the big oversized rear sight with these SOCOM flip-ups. I'm kind of a minimalist when it comes to sights and stuff like that, when less is more. So I like those a lot. The optic here is a 5.52 or a 5.53, I forget which one's the long one or the short one, replica. I normally will run this, or I'll run a M68 replica. It just depends on what I feel like doing. The mech box is completely stock. I haven't done anything to the mech box or the inner barrel yet. So far it shoots great, so I haven't really done anything. Over the course of the next 2 months I'll be doing a Prometheus tight bore and a maple leaf bucking, and the wiring of course will be moved to the front. I'll have it in a LiPo in a PEC box, and so you'll be able to see the stock, like the folding stocks. I think look cool. The rails covers right here are the ones I actually used in Afghanistan on my M4. It's kind of cool that I had all that stuff left over to use on my airsoft guns. The pack box is green laser. You can see it. I actually bought this off of, I think, GK Armory or something like that. Laser's super bright, especially at night. And problem is, the fields that we play at don't allow lasers. I guess Ukiah Field's under a flight path, so you can't use lasers, so I normally don't even really get to use it. So it's kind of just for looks. I had a PAC 15 when I was deployed, so it's kind of a neat look. It's that SOCOM kind of idea. I replaced the whole fore end. It had a D-ring on it. I replaced it with this free float fore end and put on the flip up gas block. If I just want to run iron sights, usually when I game pod I'll do iron sights. I think flat top kind of looks kind of neat sometimes. And I've kind of got to the point where I don't really look through optics. I kind of look to where my BBs are going and kind of shoot like that. But for me it's cool. I put in there's a mock gas tube that runs inside of it, so I wanted that. The flash hider, I think is supposed to be for an SR25. I originally got it for another build that I was doing and just kind of put it on this. I think it looks kind of neat. Usually I'll run like a can, or I'll do just a normal, I have a tan suppressor that I put on it just for looks. It's not anything spectacular. I think right now it's shooting 360, 370. So everything internally is stock. It's just the outsides that I've messed with. So far, no issues. We've played Ukiah a bunch of times. We played GamePod, and no feeding issues. And feels great. Got the real. Actually got a charge the bolt. It's got a actual working bolt release on it. And the only thing cosmetically I don't like is the real shiny bolt. I kind of wanted to darken up the bolt or whatever, but that's just cosmetic for me. The paint job, it was black. And I've repainted it tan a couple times, and then worn it off, and then painted it tan again, wore it off, and then the last job I did was doing like this snake pattern with a piece of Army netting that I had, and that what is that stuff called? That little tan spray paint, camo paint you can get from like Home Depot, and get a lot of compliments on it. It looks cool. I didn't paint my M4 when I was deployed, but I really like the worn battle damage kind of stuff. Other than that, that's basically this right here. My sidearm is my WE 1911 MEU. It was stock, and then I put a CQB Master upgrade kit in it. And to be honest, I don't really see any kind of a difference as far as recoil felt or functionality. I played Airsoft Battlegrounds once or twice. Didn't have any issues. I know I've heard a lot of bad things about WE pistols, but to be honest, I've tinkered with this a lot and never had any issues. This should, for me, should technically not be working, but it does. It works fine. I've dropped mags, no issues with leaky mags or anything. All I did to it was put in the upgrade kit in it, and then spray painted the upper slide. Was just a regular ass paint. I didn't do anything special to it. Because eventually it's going to wear off and whatever, and that's fine with me. The only issue when I got it cosmetically was that it was a shiny tan. Like, it wasn't like a worn, it just looked too new, I guess. So I just kind of fucking oversprayed it a little bit and kind of gave it that, matched the aesthetic of the M4. But that's what I run. In the future, I would like to get maybe a 416, or maybe I'll start switching to using a gas blowback. We'll see. But that's, for me, that's all I run. I don't run anything else. Usually on my kit I'll have maybe some Thunder Bees or something like that, but for weapons I don't really need more than that. I usually run this on my leg in a Blackops Super holster. And you can see it in one or two of the videos at Ukiah Field. The only issue with gloves, I have some Slug Hellstorm gloves that I really like a lot. I also had when I was deployed. With the gloves, I tend to sometimes hit the thumb safety. It's real sensitive. It doesn't take much to kind of just bump it and turn the safety on. But if you just go like that, you're kind of okay. One of the upgrades that we'll be doing to this is night sights. We've been playing, I think over this last summer we played 2 or 3 night games, and it would have been cool to have. They did some zombie games and stuff like that, and did pistols only. I'm working on that right now. But this is a German one. This is not... I got this off, when I was stationed in Germany, I got it off a German airsoft site. So this version did not come with a suppressor, what do you call it, threaded inner barrel. It just came like this. There was nothing on it. There was no orange tip or anything like that. I guess the models you can get off like e-bike and stuff now have a threaded thing on it. I don't run any kind of suppressors or anything. I had a gun that ran a light on it, and the problem with that is you have to get holsters to fit if you got, optics and stuff on it, and I just don't feel like buying more equipment. Like, if I got a circle holster, it'll fit this, it's fine. I don't really run lights too much anyway, so. One other thing that I usually run on this, if we're doing, say like GamePod, is I have a little stick flashlight thing that goes here, a little 4-end. I don't know where I stuck that thing, but I got it, I think, for $40 from AEX here in Sac. I don't know what the lumens are, but it's bright, has a strobe function on it. I know I was getting a little irritated with playing and not having that, and everyone else having strobing my face, so I decided just to get one. And I normally run my thumb like that, and I don't really use the stick thing too much. It's just not what I'm used to. But yeah, that's it. Next video, we'll probably be going over chest rig and the helmet and all that fun stuff. So